Millions of people have thrown away TV remotes like this just because they suddenly stopped working. Press the buttons and there is no signal. But the batteries were just replaced last week. When this happens, most people will think the circuit board inside is damaged, then throw it straight into the trash and go buy a new one. But today, I will take it apart, find the exact cause, and try to restore it with an extremely simple method right at home. Do not look away, because the fault that makes the whole remote stop working may be much simpler than you think. The first thing to check is always the batteries. Take a voltage meter. Switch the meter to the voltage range suitable for batteries. Place the red probe on the positive terminal and the black probe on the negative terminal. No voltage appears. This shows that the battery is no longer supplying stable power to the remote. Usually, many people would throw this battery away right away and replace it with a new one. But instead of replacing the battery, I will try to restore its power in another way. I will try supplying power to the battery with a low voltage source using one phone charger. Connect the charger wires to the battery terminals. Use electrical tape to secure them so the wires do not slip off while waiting. We are only giving it a light boost to see whether the battery still reacts or not. While waiting for the battery to stabilize, move on to checking the inside of the remote. Open the remote casing. Once the casing is separated, take out the circuit board and the rubber keypad. After many years of use, a lot of dust oil from hands and dirt can get inside. These things can create a thin layer between the buttons and the circuit board. Just a small layer of dirt is enough to keep the signal from passing through steadily. I will pour alcohol into a small bowl to clean the inside again. First, I use a soft brush to remove dry dust. Brush gently over the entire circuit board, around the contact points, and into the small gaps. This step helps remove loose dust before using alcohol. Then take a toothbrush, dip it into the alcohol, and scrub each area. Brush gently around the button zones, the contact rings, and the spots with long-standing dirt. Small contact areas are harder to clean, so a soft brush will help handle them more thoroughly. Finally, I use a cotton swab to clean the places the brush cannot reach. Wipe around the corners, edges, and small areas near the component pins. It looks much cleaner now. Do not clean only the circuit board. The underside of the rubber keypad is the part that frequently touches the circuit board. Wipe each area with a soft cloth. This is exactly where it touches the circuit board each time we press a button. Use a heat gun to dry the parts. Use only gentle heat and keep a proper distance. If the heat is too close, the rubber keypad can deform. Only reinstall the batteries for testing when everything is completely dry. We return to the two batteries, remove the charger and the electrical tape. Use the meter to check the batteries. At this point, the meter shows voltage again. This is a good signal, showing that the battery has reacted after the light boost. I install the batteries into the remote. Press a few buttons to test. Some buttons trigger the indicator light. Good. But when pressing the power button, it does not work. Press it again. Still no response. The other buttons work, but only the power button still does not respond. Now we only need to focus on the power button. Use a screwdriver to test on the circuit board. When lightly touching the two contact points of the power button, the circuit board still works well. This helps rule out a circuit fault at the power button position. Use a multimeter continuity test on the rubber keypad. Each rubber button has a conductive surface underneath. When pressed down, it connects the two contact points on the circuit board. And this may be the exact cause the contact surface of the power button has worn down. I cut a small piece of aluminum foil, just enough for the contact area. Attach the aluminum foil under the button position. Press gently so the foil lies flat and does not wrinkle too much. Aluminum foil conducts electricity. When the button is pressed, this piece will help recreate contact with the circuit board. Press to test. The signal light appears. There is a signal now. That shows the power button contact has been restored. And here's the final result. The power button is working again, and the other buttons also respond normally. A remote that seemed completely broken was finally saved just by checking each simple step correctly. From the batteries, the dirt inside, to one very small contact piece under the power button, all of them can be the cause. What do you think about this test? Leave a comment below. Do not forget to hit like and subscribe so you do not miss the next videos.